Well, hello, my lovely peoples, and thanks for watching Car from Canada on this wonderful Worship Wednesday. So, I just wanted to share a little tiny story about something nice that happened to me. And that is the fact that I have been praying for quite a long time. I wouldn't say that I'm lonely because I'm very blessed with the people that I have in my life. My sister's my best friend. We've grown closer as we've gotten older and shared similar life stories. And my parents are wonderful. My husband, my children, my in laws, even the acquaintances we have as well. And I've been struggling a little bit with church family because we do go. I enjoy the sermons, I enjoy the music, but I just don't feel like I'm making huge connections. And then I have some friends, of course, that I keep in touch with from my old church. Because there's a long story there, but we stopped going to our church that we'd been to for a long, long time. And then, of course, COVID, and then we were struggling with a home church. And then we found one, and then it flooded, and it took a year to fix. So it's just been a little bit of a struggle, and I was in my heart of hearts just wanting a connection. It's not like I'm looking for new friends because maybe that sounds bad. We should always be looking for new friends, but I'm very blessed with the people I have in my life, and it's not like I'm searching for new friends. I make time for the people I have, and I work on those relationships, and I think that's the most important thing. But God knew I was just looking for some kind of connection, and lo and behold, and I'm not projecting anything like, oh, I've got like a bestie kind of thing coming, but just I have a marketplace on Facebook, and I sell things slowly, just collecting a bunch of my stuff back there, not my lamp, but a bunch of stuff back there. I'm pointing the wrong direction. There we go. And behind me, my room's a nice mess now because another blessing. One of my good friends came and painted my daughter's room downstairs. Let me tell you the new names of the house. It's hilarious, but I'll get back to that. So she came and painted for me, which was a blessing because we've been slowly cleaning up the rooms in our house, and we finally got to her room downstairs, and the next phase is to get her bed ready and move her into there. So that was a blessing. But no, I had sold something to a lady on Facebook, and she came and we just had this fantastic discussion in the doorway on the doorstep. Lasted for like 20 minutes, and so much in common. And she isn't from here, and she's also got children, and her mom lives here, and she was purchasing something for her daughter's birthday, and just a lot of small things we had in common. And you were talking about animals, and we sent pictures of animals back and forth each other. We both love cats. And she even mentioned, oh, let's go for coffee sometime. And that would be something that I might say to a new person, but maybe that would scare them off because you've just met someone and you're not sure. But she said that to me, and I thought, that's a great idea. Like, I don't know you. I'm not going to instantaneously invite you into my house because I don't know you, but sure, let's go somewhere else and get to know each other. And I just thought that was an amazing thing that God happened to put this person in my life at this specific time, because months ago, I had felt very frustrated in my skin and the need to flee and to get away. And then, my friend, my older friend came into my life, and well, she's not older, but I've had her as a friend for a long time, came into my life and started whipping through and cleaning our rooms, and she's been such a blessing. And then I finally had coffee with another friend of mine I hadn't kept in touch with for a while. That was fantastic. And then this lady I just meet that happens to come buy some stuff, and we have a connection. So I really honestly truly believe that God listens to the deep desires of our hearts, and that we are where we are because that's where he wants us, and that he provides things in his own timing, and that that whole business of a flower just blooming, but how it takes time. And the verse isn't in my head right now, but just how kind of all good things, and the Father provides them. And it's like, if we looked at our life, and wanted to know everything. We would not be able to handle all the bad stuff at one time. That's why he only reveals things to us as is necessary so we can handle that. But I also believe the opposite is that he also places us in the position to receive blessings when we truly need them. And the whole part about, he will not let anything happen beyond what you can bear. He will always give you a way out. And so for me, just having people strategically placed in my life and popping in and out when I really needed them has been a super blessing to me, as well as God has told me this year where I needed to slow down and take care of my health, and where I needed to pick up in relationships to further and better those, and to make them flourish and grow. So I just really appreciate a lot of these. I'm sorry I don't have verses for you. I've talked like about 5 of them here. But yeah, I truly believe that if we have truth and understanding in our hearts, I think trust. Actually, I can pull my book. I was just reading from this morning. I've already told you about her before, Liz Curtis Higgs. I've got a couple here. Guide me in your truth and teach me. Psalm 25, verse 5. The Lord is with me, I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? Psalm 118, verse 6. Send forth your light and your truth. Let them guide me. And then I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with loving kindness. Jeremiah 31, verse 3. So all of these things, just faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word of Christ. Romans 10:17. And that is truth. I think that if we can stay rooted in our beliefs and know that God is at the center and whom we belong to, and that is God primarily, he will let all things grow in their time. And through that we can find fulfillment, and then from that we can gather courage and strength. And even though we face trials, we can then comfort others with the comfort God gives us, even though we are going through trials. I think that is our true calling in life, is that, he's always with us through and through. And life's not perfect. It's not meant to be. And if you can remember that and still find joy in the journey and still serve him and still shine your light, then you are learning from him, you are living through him, and you will eventually come to completion on that day because you have run the journey, you have endured. And I think that is most important, is that you remain rooted in him and look for the good, because he is good all the time. So that's kind of my little story for you today. I pray you have a blessed and wonderful Worship Wednesday, and don't forget to let your light shine. Thanks for watching Carr from Canada.